the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Coming up on the news at noon, a sonic boom heard across the DMV and a plane causing concern in our skies. The latest on what led to the crash. And later, with summer on its way, we're stretching your dollar with ways to save at the movies, and if you have pets, at the vet.
And only a few locations picked up some much-needed rainfall over the weekend. Otherwise, dry weather continues over the DMV. Is this a trend that will last all week yet again? We'll have your forecast in just a bit.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Right now, we are following breaking news. Former Vice President Mike Pence has filed paperwork to run for president. The former VP is slated to launch his campaign on Wednesday at an event in Iowa. He joins a growing field of candidates, including his former running mate, Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, Congressman Tim Scott, actually Senator Tim Scott, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Former vice president is already backed by a super PAC committed to America. Well, Prince William County Police need your help to identify this man. His name is Jeffrey Hampton. Hampton allegedly killed a 25-year-old man at the Misty Ridge Apartments in Woodbridge back on May 21st. It started with an altercation between Hampton and the victim. A $5,000 reward is being offered for any information that leads to an arrest. Taking a live look outside. My goodness, look at that beautiful view. Those folks out there on boats. The weather's certainly beautiful. Let's go to meteorologist Damon Matson with the check on the forecast. Damon, what can we expect today?
Well, Mark, it's pretty much the same old story here. We are really having a lot of sunshine, comfortable temperatures. Hard to complain about that, but folks, we need the rainfall desperately across parts of the DMV. And over the weekend, we only picked up minuscule amounts. Look at those rainfall estimates. Again, any showers and storms that were out there, mainly on Saturday, they targeted western Maryland back over toward West Virginia. Garrett County picking up a decent amount of rainfall. But aside from that, anywhere east of the Interstate 81 corridor, it remained completely dry, and that is a trend that does not look to break anytime soon. So yeah, we love the beautiful weather, but again, you can really see the effects all this dry weather is having. The grass turning a little brown out there at times, and yeah, there it is, the satellite and radar picture clear as can be, as we are once again mostly under the influence of high pressure that's nearby, while a storm system, it's over the northeast, bringing some rainfall along the coastline up to our friends to the north, but it's not going to be getting anywhere near us anytime soon. So this dry weather is going to continue. At the very least, we are experiencing temperatures that are very comfortable for early June. We're going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s here today, and there is really no humidity to speak of whatsoever. So it's really nice that we aren't having at least the mugginess without the rainfall. But as we move ahead into the rest of the week, when will our next chance of rain be, and how long do we stick to these comfortable temperatures as well? We'll have your full forecast in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Meanwhile, in D.C., a man is dead after a shooting late last night in Northeast. It happened around 10 p.m. at the Chick-fil-A on Maryland Avenue. Police say the victim died at the scene. We're working to get more information, and we'll update you on air and online as we learn more. The investigation continues into a deadly crash that happened at in a Frederick County, Maryland rock quarry. Quarry employees say that the car crashed late Saturday night. Well, this afternoon, we know who the victims are. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has the latest on the investigation.
Well, the company that owns the rock quarry actually put up this safety barricade on Sunday afternoon to try to prevent another tragedy from happening and to prevent people who are curious from coming over and looking at what happened. Now, so imagine that this barricade is not here. The car was going so fast that it was able to jump over this hill right here and then cut through that fence and then go downhill into the rock quarry. Now, the three victims are 65-year-old Robert Grossnickel, 28-year-old Courtney Engelberger, and 23-year-old Rachel Willis. Investigators say that their bodies were found in the rock quarry along with the destroyed car early Sunday morning. That car plummeted about 250 feet to the bottom. Two of those people were inside of the car, and one of the women was ejected on the way down. Well, according to locals, this stretch of Lehigh Road is notorious for drag racing, and the road has lots of safety concerns, especially once the sun goes down for a lack of visibility. It's just you and your car headlights. So there are no lights on this road, as well as right here in this corner. It's basically a full turn that drivers are having to make. Now, on this side of the road, on Peter Schreiner Road, when they do get up to this curb, there is a stop sign here. That's not the case if you're driving on Lehigh Road, where that car was coming from. We do know that speed was a factor in this. Right now, all of the bodies are with the medical examiner. They're going to determine whether or not alcohol or drugs were involved. Of course, once we get an update from investigators, we'll bring it to you both here and online. In Carroll County, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Is the most unpleasant option.
Well, that's the sound of a D.C. woman screaming after she says that her apartment building's manager pepper sprayed her when she tried to ask him a question. That woman is now recovering. She says that her skin and clothing were soaked after the pepper spray attack. She claims that it happened at her apartment Friday morning. Well, Christine Corbin confronted the assistant property manager, Dexter Clements, about missing tenants' flyers. People in the building say that several problems caused them to advocate for a tenant association. Corbin says that they had homeless people living in the building and a rat infestation.
I'm putting my face in front of the camera to ask the mayor, the council, Brianne Nadeau, to get involved and put these property management companies to task, because this is just appalling.
Corbin plans to press charges, but police have not made an arrest. Well, the building management company said in a statement, quote, that we are sad and disappointed by the behavior of individuals that somehow resulted in an incident at the property. We're now and will continue to investigate and take appropriate action if necessary. A Prince George's County mother and her teenage daughter are in jail this afternoon after allegedly killing the family's grandmother. Now, here are the two women in custody, 44-year-old Candace Craig and 19-year-old Celia Hardy, both linked to the murder of 71-year-old Margaret Craig. Police say that Craig's remains were found Friday in the basement of the home near Hill Road in Landover. They say Craig's daughter, Candace, murdered her about 2 weeks ago. Craig's granddaughter helped her mother dispose of the remains. Craig's being charged with first-degree murder. Hardy is facing an accessory charge for allegedly assisting in the crime. The motive remains under investigation. And in Prince George's County, Maryland, restaurants could receive thousands of dollars if owners commit to raising employees' wages to $15 an hour by the end of the year. And officials say, well, the goal is to keep restaurant workers in Prince George's County. Program is to phase out the tipped minimum wage. Around 30 restaurants are expected to get up to $7,500 from the county, and officials say that restaurants have until June 10th to apply, and winners will be announced June 16th. In Maryland, minimum wage is $13.25 an hour, and it will be increasing next year. But we're stretching your dollar when it comes to your family and pets. Morning anchor Tanaya Wright is helping you save when taking your family to the movies and when your furry friends need to head to the vet.
For the first time since 2019, AMC Theater locations will show family-friendly movies for $3 on Wednesdays and $5 on Saturdays. That lineup includes 14 different movies like Kung Fu Panda and Shrek. Those discounted movies will start between 11 o'clock and noon on those days. Regal Cinemas also has deals this summer as part of its Club Value Days. Members of its free Regal Crown Club can see movies for between $5 and $7 every Tuesday. And taking your pet to the vet for an emergency visit can get pretty expensive. We have some tips to help you save when you need to get care for your furry friends. First up, experts say to build up savings for your pets. They say you should have an emergency fund, which should be around 3 to 6 months of expenses. You can also try vet financing plans. Many vets offer financing plans through a third party. There is also a CARE credit card. It's a financing option that covers health care expenses, including pets. They offer 0% interest for 6, 12, 18, or 24 months for expenses of at least $200. And you can always contact your local animal welfare organization. They usually have lower costs than a typical vet. Experts say these groups can help with some emergencies, but not all of them. Tanaya Wright, DC News Now.
Okay, thank you. Tonight, with temps reaching the 90s in some parts of the DMV on Friday, this might be a forewarning of high water bills to come this summer. We have some tips to help you not only stretch your dollar, but also to help you conserve water. Now, while in the kitchen, only run the dishwasher when it is full and use the garbage disposal less often, and reuse water as much as possible. And you can use rinse water in your sink to water your plants. Insulate your water pipes. This will help you get hot water quicker and waste less water while it heats up. In the bathroom, do not let water run while brushing your teeth or shaving. Take showers instead of baths. And finally, check for leaks regularly and make sure that you fix them if you have to.